all about. Okay, and of course, I will go through a little bit history about the cold laser itself, and I will be explaining how exactly does cold laser help us in dealing with at least 80 types of health issues. Okay, so this presentation will take about 1 hour. And if you do have any questions later on, you can always, I will be giving you all of you a chance to ask questions. Okay, so allow me to share with you on the PowerPoint. Okay, can you all see the PowerPoint now? Yeah. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, now here's the PowerPoint. Okay, first impression, I always ask the first questions before I always start up the presentation. The first question is always, your first impression, what does this look like to you? Now, majority of the people will tell me this, their first impression, if they look at this device, it looks like a big watch. Some says that it actually looks like a sport equipment in which you wear on your wrist, you do your exercise, you want to know how much calories you have burned or what is your heartbeat. And some even says it looks like a computer games, you know, for kids. And of course, in actual fact, to be more specific, this is what we have, this is not what we have mentioned, but rather this is actually a medical device. IM laser is actually a, IM laser is actually a first 3-in-1 household medical device. It is actually an integration of Western cold laser technology plus the Eastern acupuncture treatment plus the magnetic therapy. And of course, the IM laser is the one and only laser watch in Malaysia, which is certified by the Medical Device Authority. And of course, in terms of in Europe, it is also certified by Europe as a medical device class 3R. And of course, as I mentioned just now, it is actually an integration of Western cold laser technology. Now, in terms of Western cold laser technology, have any one of you heard of this before? If you ask if you ask people on whether they have heard of cold laser technology, majority of them, especially in Malaysia, majority of them will say that they never heard of what is cold laser technology all about. Okay, out of 10 persons, maybe 9 of them would never heard of what is cold laser. But the balance one, maybe he had heard of it, but they didn't understand the technology itself. Okay, and in terms of cold laser technology, in actual fact, it is not a new technology. 100 years ago or 50, 60 years ago, people already starting using this technology for treatment. It's just that we Malaysians do not know about it. And of course, let's look at a little bit on the history side of the development of the cold laser technology. Now, in actual fact, the cold laser technology was discovered a long time ago. In 1916, Albert Einstein already discovered the laser theory. And of course, in 1967, and Hungarian scientist Andrew, he accidentally discovered the benefits of the photo biostimulation while he is doing his experiments. And what happened is that during this experiment, he is using mice with no hair, you know, doing experiments, and he actually discovered that under a certain frequency of light, those mice actually, their hair regrow is actually faster than those those mice which are not under the light. And of course, in 1970s, Dr. Folip, a quantum physics, he actually confirmed that by coordinating, fusing and coordinating certain level frequency laser therapy, it actually can alter and balance our body's defense systems and enhance our body repair mechanisms. And of course, in 1980s, the US is the first one to introduce the low-level, invasive low-level laser therapy. And during the particular 1980s, only all those special group of people can use this laser therapy. A very good example is actually the US. In US, the first group of people that use this technology for treatment is actually the astronauts. As you know, astronauts always travel to space. A lot of the times, due to different environment, different gravity level, whenever they came back to Earth, they always encountered a certain changes in their body condition. That is when the US NASA actually used the cold laser technology to help to treat the astronauts. The second group from US that use this technology for treatment, they are actually from the US Olympic team. As you know, those sportsmen always encounter injuries. And if you do have injuries, definitely you will have pain, you will have swollen issue. That is why the US Olympic team is the second group of people that use the low-level laser therapy to help to treat the pain as well as the swollen issue. Only in the late 90s, the UK company actually introduced the first non-invasive low-level laser therapy. And in terms of in US, only in year 2001, the FDA officially recognized the low-level laser therapy can be used for medical therapeutic purpose. And of course, in the late 20s, low-level laser therapy is widely used not only in US, in Europe, as well as an alternative medicine. If you talk about today, even the doctors from Canada, from US, from China, and many other countries are using the cold laser technology for acupuncture treatment as well. So these are the brief history of the cold laser technology. And as I mentioned just now, the cold laser technology is not a new technology, okay? And of course, in terms of the key technology for this device called IM laser, it is actually the cold laser technology. Now, in terms of the definition, the cold laser technology can be defined as using the low-level laser, which the range is from about 600 nanometer to about 1000 nanometer wavelength to create the photobiomodulation effect so that it can help to stimulate or enhance your cell function. Now, inside this definition, it mentions about the cell function. We know that the cell is very important in our body. Why is the cell so important in our body? And if you really want to understand how the cold laser technology works, we have to go back to the fundamental of our body to start understanding, and that is our cell. Okay, we know that our cell is very important in our body, mainly because cell is actually the basic building blocks of all living things. And of course, if you talk about cell, if you talk about from your tissue, from your organs, even your system, even your whole body, it is actually made up of cell. Now, basically, I always tell people, if today all your cells inside your body are healthy, you will live healthily as well. On the other hand, if all the cells inside your body are damaged, are having a lot of problems, then in long term, it can actually create a lot of health issues for you. Now, in our body, there are actually more than 200 types of cells. All these cells has its own individual functions. Let me just give you some simple example. Your red blood cell is usually one type of cell. It has its own function of carrying oxygen, nutrients throughout your body, as well as carrying the toxic out. Even your heart has its own type of cell as well, has its own function as well. And your brain has its own brain cell as well. even though there are so many, there are more than 200 types of cells inside your body, all has its own individual functions. However, there is one thing that is in common for all these cells, and that is regardless of what type of cell it is inside your body, all your cells inside your body will need this energy called adenosine triphosphate to sustain its functions. We always, the ATP, adenosine triphosphate, in short form, we call it the ATP energy. In other words, all the cells inside your body will need this ATP energy to do its job properly. Now, even though today, if you are a very health conscious person, you're taking a lot of nutrition products, which makes your cells strong and healthy. But unfortunately, if your body is lack of this ATP energy, your cells still won't be able to function well. In actual fact, in our body, every day our own body actually produces this ATP energy inside our body. How it is produced? It is actually produced through a simple process of photosynthesis as well as cell respiration. Okay, this is how it actually works. Now we know that everything begins with sun. The sunlight will give the light energy to the plants. The plants together with water plus CO2, the plants will start to make food. This process is called photosynthesis. Now, who in terms will start to eat all this food? We human beings or living organisms, we are the one that will be taking all this food. For example, if you are talking about taking rice today, when rice goes into your body, it will be automatically converted into glucose. And once the glucose is break down by the insulin produced by your pancreas, energy will be released. Now, all this energy will be absorbed by all the cells inside your body. Now, in each individual cell inside your body, all this cell actually contains a lot of this peanut shape of things. We call it the mitochondria. The mitochondria is actually the powerhouse of your cell. Okay, how your own body produces ATP energy every day, it is actually through the food that we ate. Once broke down, absorbed by the cell, and through the mitochondria, it will start to produce all this ATP energy to be supplied throughout your whole body for the functions of your cell. This is actually how your own body actually produces this ATP energy. But unfortunately, as time goes by, we will realize that this production of ATP energy will start to deplete or start to getting lower and lower. And one of the key indications is that you will realize that your energy level is getting lower. Now, why does this happen? Mainly a lot of the times because of all these issues, okay, all these factors. For example, environment factor, food that you ate, or even your lifestyle. A lot of the time, because of all these factors, that as a result damage your cell. If your cell won't be able to quickly repair by itself, then in long term it can actually affect the production of ATP energy inside your body. Once the production of ATP energy is getting lower and lower, what will happen? Once it becomes lower and lower, with low ATP energy, all your cells inside your body won't be able to function well. Now, if your cell won't be able to function well, then in long term, it can affect your organs' performance. Once your organs' performance is affected, all the aging health issue will start to crop up. Now, on the other hand, if you can maintain this production of ATP energy high inside your body, what will happen is that this in long term will actually give you an optimum cell function. In other words, with a lot of ATP energy, all your cells will be able to function well. Now, let me just give you some simple example. If there's a lot of ATP energy produced inside your body, not only you will feel energetic, your new cell can grow well as well. And if there is any damage to your cell will have enough energy to start quickly repair by itself. Even with a high ATP energy production, your cell absorption will be better. Now, if your cell function is good, automatically your organs performance will be fantastic. That is why usually those people who are having high level of ATP energy, these are the people who are going to feel youthful, energetic, and healthy as well. So we know that the ATP energy actually plays a very important role inside our body. And as time goes by, this production of ATP energy will start to become lower and lower. Now, the next question is there any way we can restore this production of ATP energy? Yes, there are many ways, but one of the most simplest and one of the most convenient way to increase this production of ATP energy is actually by using this device called IM laser. What does IM stands for? IM actually stands for Integrative Medicine laser. As I mentioned just now, the IM laser is actually the integration of Western cold laser technology plus the Eastern acupuncture treatment plus the magnetic therapy. Whenever you wear it on your wrist and nose, one of the key functions is actually it helps you to restore the production of ATP energy inside your body, so that with enough ATP energy, all your cell will start to restore its own function, inclusive of self-growth, cell repair, as well as cell absorption. Not only that, whenever you wear this IM laser, one of the key things is that it also enhances the production of two very important components called nitric oxide as well as reactive oxygen species. These two components are really beneficial to human beings, and it plays a lot of roles in ensuring we to stay healthy. And of course, at the same time, the cold laser technology itself, by using this IM laser itself every day, it is able to perform acupuncture treatment for you as well. Now, what is the science behind this IM laser? As I mentioned just now, the science behind this IM laser is the photobiomodulation effect. Now, how exactly does it work? Let me just explain further. Now, the light that is given off by IM laser is actually in 650 nanometer wavelength of light, and it is in red color. In actual fact, this wavelength of 650 nanometer wavelength of light, this range of light can be found under the sun as well. We know that sun actually contains three major categories of light. The first category, we call it the UV light, okay, the UV light. The second category, we call it the visible light, in which different wavelength will have different colors. A very good example is actually the rainbow itself. Now you can see the rainbow contains different types of light. Now, of course, the third type of light, we call it the UV light. Infrared light, sorry, the infrared light. Now, the 650 nanometer wavelength of light actually falls under the visible light category, and 650 nanometer wavelength of light is in red color. Now, what is so special about this 650 nanometer wavelength of light? The scientist has proven that the 650 nanometer, under the 650 nanometer wavelength of light, all living organisms will survive and grow. Okay. Not only that, the scientists also proven that the 650 nanometer will create the most photobiomodulation effect inside your body. Okay, that is why the 650 nanometer wavelength of light, the scientists call it the light for life. Okay, now how exactly does it work? IM laser give out 650 nanometer wavelength of light, and when it comes in contact with your skin, the light energy is actually penetrated into your body. And once it is absorbed by the cell inside your body and through the mitochondria itself, it will start to produce ATP energy, reactive oxygen species, and nitric oxide. So this is actually the science behind this this IM laser. It is the photobiomodulation effect. And of course, how does IM laser actually works? Okay, in actual fact, if you want to use IM laser, you have to wear it on your wrist and nose. And of course, a lot of people doesn't really like to wear it on the nose. Even they ask me, what is the purpose of wearing on the nose? In actual fact, it is very important to wear on the nose. But of course, to wear IM laser, you have to wear it on your left wrist. First question first, why do you need to wear it on the left wrist instead of right wrist? Because left wrist is nearer to your heart. That is why it is more effective. Second thing is that why do you need to wear it on the nose? Now, in actual fact, there are three main reasons why you need to wear it on the nose. Number one, the nose actually contains a lot of fine capillaries. Okay, there is the place where the most of the fine capillaries are. Now, if you wear it on the nose, through the light energy, through the fine capillaries in your nose, all the light energy can be dispersed throughout your whole body faster. That is why if you wear it on the wrist and together with the nose, the efficacy of IM laser is actually twice as compared to you just wear it on your wrist. Okay, there's number one reasons. Number two reasons, by wearing on the nose every day, it actually helps to enhance your central nerve systems. In actual fact, central nerve system play a very important role in your body. It actually controls everything, every activity in your body. That is why a lot of people, if they do have problems, if your central nerve systems are having problems, then your whole body will actually go haywire. That is why by wearing on the nose every day, it actually helps to enhance the function of your central nerve system. This is especially very true for those people who are having Parkinson or even Alzheimer's disease. You have to wear it on your nose to enhance the central nerve system. Then only then you can see the situation improve. And of course, the third reason is that by wearing on the nose, it actually the light energy is directly penetrated into your brain cell. That is why by wearing it every day, it actually helps to protect your brain cell, enhance the function of your brain cell. And if you wear it in long term, it actually helps to prevent a lot of issues such as Alzheimer's disease and things like that. Okay, and even if you wear it on the nose every day, it also helps to enhance all the nerves on your face as well. Okay, that is the reason why it is very important to wear it on your nose every day. If you are using IM laser 3 times per day, you know, if you are outside, you are not convenient to wear it on your nose, then at least you have to wear 1 time at home on your nose. Okay. And of course, the second thing is that you have to wear this IM laser on your left wrist. Now, if you look at the IM laser, how many holes are there? There are actually 5 of them, 4 in a row, 1 individual by itself. Now, whenever you wear this on your left wrist, this 4 in a row is actually targeting at your blood pulse. Okay, if you go and see any Chinese physician or even Western doctors, how did they read your pulse? 4 fingers on this area, am I right? Now, why is this targeting at your blood pulse? Mainly, there are 3 reasons. Number 1, if the blood inside your body is too thick, it's all clustered together. Whenever you wear this IM laser on your left wrist, through this blood pulse point, when the light energy is penetrated into your skin, into your bloodstream, what will happen is that it will help to disperse all your cluster blood into individual. We know that if the red blood cell is in individual, it is more effective in carrying oxygen nutrients throughout your whole body as well as carrying toxic out. That is why the first reason why this is targeting at your blood pulse is to help you to reduce your blood viscosity. Okay, that means make your blood less thick. Yeah, And of course, the second reason, through this particular blood pulse point, whenever the light energy is penetrated into your bloodstream, all this light energy will be absorbed by your red blood cell. And this, the red blood cell will carry all the energy throughout your whole body. Whenever there's any cell that absorb this energy, this will actually create the photobiomodulation effect, in which it helps your cell mitochondria to produce more ATP energy. ATP energy, as I mentioned just now, once there's a lot of ATP energy inside your body, not only you will feel energetic, all your cell will start to restore its own functions, inclusive of cell growth and cell repair. And of course, it also helps to enhance the production of nitric oxide and reactive oxygen species. Nitric oxide helps to improve your circulation. Okay, not only that, it helps to soften your hardened blood vessel, and at the same time, it is very effective in anti-inflammatory action. Reactive oxygen species is more to repair your nerve cells and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are the reason why this 4 particular aperture is actually targeting at your blood pulse. What about this individual point? Whenever you wear this IM laser, this individual point is actually targeting at your one of the most important acupuncture point or key acupuncture points called 内关. In actual fact, in our body, there are actually 361 key acupuncture points. All this acupuncture point is actually dispersed throughout our whole body, and it is all linked together like a network. Okay, and of course, when you are targeting whenever you wear this IM laser on your hand, the aperture is targeting at your 内关. When the 内关is actually penetrated into when the light is actually penetrated into your 内关 point, it actually helps to push through your network and push through your whole body meridian and start to stimulate the rest of your acupuncture point. This is actually how the acupuncture comes around from this device. And of course, if it is targeting at your 内关 acupuncture point, there's a lot of benefits. It actually helps to unblock and clear the meridians path, and also it stimulates your acupuncture points, and also it helps to regulate qi, your blood flow, and also balance your yin and yang. Okay, in actual fact, if you look through the Google, 内关 acupuncture point actually is one of the most important acupuncture point if you want to have a good health. If you are targeting at the 内关 point, it is especially very effective in helping in improving your heart function and actually maintaining good health as well. Okay, and of course, the third thing is that this IM laser actually comes with magnet as well. Now, if you look at this picture, you can see there's actually the red dots here. This is the area where the magnet is actually built into this IM laser. Now, if you really want to test whether there's any magnet inside, you can just take a paper clip and it will clip to your device. And if you look at the position of the magnet, it is actually targeting at the blood pulse point as well. Why is it targeting at the blood pulse point? Because magnet therapy has been proven that it can further enhance your circulation and reduce your blood viscosity as well. Even if you are using IM laser, after 30 minutes of treatment, the whole device is switched off already. You still keep wearing the same device on the same position. If you still keep wearing it, the magnet therapy is still continuously doing the work of enhancing your circulation as well as reduce your blood viscosity. This is actually how IM laser works. Now, if you wear IM laser every day, 3 times per day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, what are the benefits that you can expect to get from this device? There are actually a lot of benefits but I'm going to go through a key one. Number one benefit is that if you wear it consistently every day, it will help to enhance the production of ATP energy inside your body. Once there's a lot of ATP energy produced inside your body, not only you will feel very energetic, it also helps to restore all your cell function, inclusive of cell growth, cell repair, as well as cell absorption. Okay, and of course, a very good example to prove what I've said here is actually for those diabetic patients, if they are under medication to control their sugar level, you know, the reason why they are taking medication is so that they can, their sugar level can be in the normal range. Okay, now for this type of people, if they start to use IM laser for the first time, usually after using for 3 to 7 days, they will encounter a certain drop in their sugar level. Now, we know that if the sugar level drops too low, it is not good for the person. He might feel giddy, or his hand might start to shake and things like that. But the question is, why does this happen? Why before using IM laser under medication, everything is normal, and after immediately using IM laser, there is a huge drop in your sugar level. Now, the reason is like this. Whenever they start to use IM laser, a lot of ATP energy will be produced inside your body. Once a lot of ATP energy produced inside your body, your cell absorption suddenly becomes better. Because of cell absorption becomes better, whatever medication that you are taking, the efficacy of your medication also starts to increase. That is why you will experience a huge drop in your sugar level. Now, for those diabetic patients, if they do encounter this type of problems, don't worry, don't be panicked. What you need to do is just to reduce your medication by half, but don't stop your medication. Your sugar level goes back to its normal level. But for some of them, if they continue using this IM laser consistently for a certain period of time again, after a certain period of time again, it will drop again. Then you have to make an adjustment of your medication again. So this is a very good example to show that after using this IM laser, a lot of ATP energy is produced. And of course, with a lot of ATP energy produced, your cell function also improves as well. Okay, and of course, number two, the second benefit is that by wearing this IM laser every day, it actually helps to improve your circulation, cleanse your blood, reduce your blood viscosity as well. Even today, if you do not have time to do exercise, you know, you are very busy, by wearing this IM laser 3 times per day, it still will help to improve your circulation, maintain your circulation in a good condition. How does this work? Mainly because of the nitric oxide. We all know that circulation actually is very important to us. Now, if you want to prevent a lot of health issue, first thing you must improve your circulation. Even if you do have any health issue or even injuries, if you want the healing to take place, you have to improve your circulation. Okay, so the second benefit is that by wearing this IM laser, it will help to improve your circulation and reduce your blood viscosity as well. All these are mainly due to the nitric oxide, as I mentioned just now. Now, this is a picture to show you. Now, if you take out the blood from your finger and put under the microscope, if your blood is all clustered together, and after using IM laser for 30 minutes, you take the blood out again, you put under the microscope, this is how your red blood cell will look like. Okay, Okay, so the second benefit, as I mentioned just now, improve your circulation, cleanse your blood, reduce your blood viscosity. And of course, the third benefit is that if you do have injuries or health issue, by wearing this IM laser every day, it actually helps to accelerate or promote your healing or speed up your healing process. Okay, this is actually a classic example of what I'm trying to share with you all to show you the benefits of this IM laser. This particular person is actually having a gangrene. This gangrene, this wound, gangrene wound, cannot recover, not because of diabetes, but rather because of blockage in the veins. Okay, now the doctor says this person might need to undergo surgery, and it will cost about 35,000 and above for the surgery. Okay, so this particular person, does not really, is not a rich person lah. So what happened is that someone introduced this IM laser to him, and after using IM laser continuously for 4 months without operation, this is how the wounds on the gangrene wounds looks like. It's all patched out. It's all fully recovered. So the third benefit of using IM laser every day, once again, let me emphasize to you, it will help to accelerate or promote your healing or speed up your recovery if you do have any health issue or injuries. And of course, anti-inflammatory action is very strong. Now, according to research, if you use cold laser technology to deal with inflammation issue, you can expect the result within 24 hours. These are two of the examples that I'm going to show you. Okay, for this case, it is not a very serious case. It is actually a shin split in the right leg. Now, if you put it using the demograph, if you look at the first picture, because of the injury, actually inflammation built up. You can see the orange color and yellowish color. These are the inflammation built up due to injuries. Now, after using the laser therapy, 24 hours after using it, you can see that a lot of the inflammation issues are resolved. Okay, even for this case, it is a much more serious case. This particular person is having kidney stone removal operations. Now, we all know that after the operation, usually the doctor will always worry whether there's any inflammation built up. This goes the same with this person. Under the demograph, after the surgery, a lot of inflammation actually built up around the wounds. Now, after using the laser therapy for about 24 hours, it actually clears off a lot of its inflammation issues, mainly because due to the nitric oxide again. Now, there are even more simpler cases to prove what I've said here and to show that how effective it is in terms of dealing with inflammation. A very good example is actually sore throat. Now, if you do have sore throat due to inflammation, what you can do is that you can switch on this IM laser to intensity 4. And after you switch it on, you place it directly on your throat. You shine it directly on your throat. After 30 minutes of treatment, immediately you will feel the difference on your throat. What else on inflammatory? What else it can help? Now, arthritis. Arthritis is actually due to joint inflammation. And a lot of the times, a lot of people who are suffering from that will have pain as well on the joint. So can this IM laser help? Yes. You switch it on to intensity of 4. You place it directly on where the pain is, where the joint pain is. Okay. After 30 minutes treatment of 1 to 2 times, depends on how serious it is. It will not only help to resolve your pain, it will also help to resolve your inflammation issue as well. And the third example is actually your knee. Now, a lot of people are suffering from knee pain. Why there's a knee pain? Mainly because lack of gel inside the knee. And because of lack of gel, whenever you walk, your bone actually rub against each other. Then inflammation actually builds up. Inflammation is the one that causes the pain. Now, can this IM laser helps? Yes, you switch it on to intensity of 4, you place it directly on where the pain is. Do the target treatment on where the pain is. Now, after a few times of 30 minutes of treatment, it will help to resolve your pain as well. And even if you talk about sports injury, if you do have swollen issue, it can help to reduce your pain by doing a target treatment on where the injury is. Okay, mainly as I mentioned just now, why it is so fast in anti-inflammatory action, mainly because of nitric oxide. Okay, and of course the fifth benefit is that by using this IM laser every day, it actually helps in nerves, cell repair as well as regeneration as well. Especially it can do so through the activation of your stem cell, coordination of your growth factor secretion. Okay, that is why one of the key things about this IM laser, by using this every day, it actually helps to repair whatever damaged nerve cell that you are having. Mainly this happens because of the reactive oxygen species, ROS. Okay, and of course, another benefits of IM laser is that it actually helps in pain reduction as well. It is actually very effective in some of the pain reduction. Let me just give you some simple example to illustrate to you. A very good example is actually headache. Now, if you do have headache, this IM laser can help as well. What you do is that you switch it on to intensity of 4, okay, the strongest, you place it directly on your temple. You place it directly on your temple and you use it for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes of usage, it will actually help to reduce your pain. Even if you talk about migraine, if you do have any migraine, you can switch it on to intensity of 4. You place it directly on your neck, behind your neck. Okay, you do a target treatment behind your neck. After 30 minutes of treatment, it actually helps to reduce the pain on your migraine as well. What else? Even sports injury pain, even for those ladies, if you before your menstruate before your period comes, what happens is that you will certainly encounter pain. Now, if you do have pain before the period comes, this IM laser can help to reduce the pain as well. What you need to do, switch it on to intensity of 4, place it 4 fingers below your navel. The Chinese call the dantian area, somewhere around the dantian area. Now, if you do a target treatment on the dantian area, after 30 minutes of treatment, it will help to reduce your pain. Even if you talk about gout pain, if you suffer from gout pain, you switch it on to intensity of 4 and placing on where the pain is, it will help to relieve your pain as well. And of course, as I mentioned just now, sports injury and so on and so forth as well. Okay, even though there's a lot of benefits by using this IM laser, however, there's only 3 key things in this IM laser which is very important. And that is number 1, it helps in production of ATP energy. So that with enough ATP energy, all your cell will start to restore its own functions. Number 2, it helps to improve your circulation, cleanse your blood, and reduce your blood viscosity. Number 3, it gives you the acupuncture treatment through the Neiguan point. If these 3 things start to happen inside your body, if you do have any health issue, your own body will actually go through a self-healing process by itself. And of course, the scientist has proven that the best doctor in the world for your own body is actually your own body itself. As long as you give your body the right energy, the right nutrients, it can do a lot of wonders and self-healing as well. So this is the whole concept of this IM laser. And according to the research, clinical studies has proven that by restore the production of ATP energy inside your body, it actually helps to restore your 8 major body systems and deal with at least 80 types of health issue. Who actually says that? All the clinical studies is actually comes from this book called Laser Phototherapy, Clinical Practice and Scientific Background. This research are actually done by two scientists from overseas. And inside this book, it contains a lot of clinical study which proves that it can deal with at least 80 types of health issue, inclusive all those common ones such as high blood pressure, even sugar level and all these things. Okay, if you do have a chance, I will really recommend you to take a look at this book, because all the questions regarding the cold laser technology, the answer is inside this book. It is like the Bible for the IM laser. We call it the Bible for the IM laser. And of course, not only the clinical studies from this book as well, we do have another clinical studies for this IM laser, and that is called the Laser Phototherapy Clinical Practice Acupuncture Handbook. Okay, this particular research is in Mandarin. This book is in Mandarin as well. Okay, in this book, it is all talking about how do you use the IM laser itself, coupled with acupuncture points to do treatment for various health issues. All this clinical testing is actually done by Hongren Hospital, Beijing, okay, using this IM laser. And inside this book, there is a large amount of clinical trials or clinical treatment records that have proven the effectiveness of the cold laser treatment, okay? And if you do have a chance, you can get it from the office, but it's in Mandarin. Inside this book, it will talk a lot on the acupuncture point and so on and so forth, okay? And of course, what are the 80 types of health issues that it can help? I already extract all the 80 types of health issues from the first book, the from this book, Laser Phototherapy Clinical Practice and Scientific Background. These are the 80 types of health issues, ranging from serious to non-serious. Now, if you talk about, for example, acne is not a very serious issue, but with IM laser, it still will help. It can even help in allergy issue, arthritis, as I mentioned just now, even asthma. Okay, for those people who are having asthma, what I can tell you is that if they use IM laser for the first time, immediately after 30 minutes of usage, they will tell you they can breathe more comfortably. Their breathing is more comfortable. And of course, in long terms, if you use the IM laser consistently for a certain period of time, you will realize that your asthma trigger will actually reduce significantly, or some even become zero. Okay, blood pressure, it helps as well. Okay, even bone regeneration, cerebral palsy, or even depression. For those people who are under depression or lack of sleep or under a lot of stress, if you start to use IM laser for the first time, usually after 30 minutes of usage of IM laser, immediately you will feel very sleepy. And you will feel very sleepy throughout the whole day. And on the first day that you are using IM laser, the first night after using IM laser, you will sleep very well. And the next day, when you wake up, you will continuously feel very tired. And if you consistently use this IM laser uh, for a certain period of time, usually after 6 to 7 days of feeling tired, you will feel very energetic after that. Okay, so for those people who are lack of sleep and under stress or depression, you will have this type of reaction after using IM laser. And for diabetes, it helps as well. Especially there are two types of diabetes here, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is because your pancreas cannot produce insulin. Usually it is quite difficult to recover, to become normal if you use this device. But for type 2 diabetes, you can produce insulin, but because of certain reasons, your insulin is not working well. Usually for type 2 diabetic patient, if you use this IM laser, if you're under medication, usually most of the people within 3 to 7 days, they will experience a huge drop in their sugar level. Now, if you continue using this device after a certain period of time, it will drop again. You have to readjust your medication. And for type 2 diabetes, if you use it really for a long period of time, you might have a chance to stop your medication. One of the very good example is actually my own mother. Okay, my own mother. When my mother started using this IM laser, she is at the age of 75 years old. 75 years old. Okay, she is a diabetic type 2 patient under a lot of medication. But it's not controlling very well. Sometimes if you know, she naughty a bit, eat a lot of those some of the food, the sugar level could climb up to about 16 to 17 also. Okay, so when she start to use this IM laser, after just 3 days of usage, when she check her blood sugar, it actually drops too low. That is why she reduced her medication by half. By the way, my mom is previously working as an operation theater nurse in a hospital. That's why she knows what to do. She reduced her medication by half. So the sugar level comes back to the normal level. After using for about 2 months plus again, consistently every day, she checked her sugar level again, it drops too low again. So she reduced her medication by half again. And as times goes by, the sugar level drops few times. My mom reduced her sugar, the medication few times until to a certain extent, she doesn't know how to reduce anymore. So she went to see the doctor. The doctor is the one that advised her to stop the medication. So she has been using this IM laser until now for almost 6 years. Okay, now she's at the age of 80 years old. What is her sugar level? Her sugar level maintained beautifully at 4 point something to 5 point something without any medication at all. Okay, so this is one of the example. That is why I encourage those people who are having high sugar level to use this product and use it patiently and consistently. Definitely you will see the improvement. For type 1 diabetic patient, if you talk about using this device and hope that you will recover, your pancreas can produce insulin, it is quite difficult and quite impossible because of genetic. Usually type 1 is because of genetic. But of course, if you still use this IM laser consistently every day, 2 things I can assure you. Number 1, definitely using it every day, it will help to reduce your medication. Number 2, it will help to reduce the side effect of your medication. Okay, so these are the 2 things that I can assure you if you use IM laser every day for type 1 diabetic patient. Okay, for type 2, definitely if you use it every day, you can see the result faster and easier. Yeah, of course, even things like migraine, even hemorrhoids. Can this help hemorrhoid? Yes. Now, a lot of people actually ask me, for hemorrhoids, should I use the target treatment of intensity 4? Let me just explain. Usually for IM laser, for a normal usage on your wrist and nose, you usually use intensity 3. Okay, but for target treatment, it is talking about intensity 4. Target treatment on a pain and on inflammation issues. Now, hemorrhoids, should they use target treatment or should they use normal treatment on the wrist and nose? What I want to explain to you, or what I'm trying to get to you, is that for any health issue, regardless of whether it is pimple or hemorrhoids or anything, the most important treatment is actually on your wrist and on your nose. Okay, for target treatment of intensity 4, it is only for the fast relief of your pain or inflammation issues. So remember, the target treatment is actually for the fast relief of your pain and or even sports injury and things like that. But for any other health issue, it is all talking about using on the wrist and nose. So you don't mix this out, don't make it complicated, okay? Or the other thing is that target treatment is only for those who knows acupuncture point and you want to use the cold laser to do acupuncture as well. So I hope you all understand the difference. For any health issue, remember it's always on the wrist and nose, okay? And of course, even muscle regeneration, nerve regeneration and all these things, sinus. Sinus is very easy to see. For those people who are having very serious sinus or sensitive nose, who will sneeze every morning, if you start to use this IM laser for the first time, when you put the nostril line into your nose, a lot of mucus will actually comes out. Now, every time you do the treatment, the mucus will keep coming out. Don't worry, the mucus coming out is actually a good thing, because your nose, your nose is one part of the organs which helps to detox. Okay, so if you have a lot of mucus coming out due to sinus, it's okay. You just continue using it, but after a certain period of time, this mucus will stop by itself. Okay, and of course, even stroke, it helps as well. It helps as well. Based on my experience, but that I have seen, if those people who had just had stroke recently, if you let them use IM laser quickly, they will recover faster as compared to those who already had stroke for many years and bedridden for many years. Then you let them use IM laser, then recovery will be slower as compared to those who just had stroke. Okay. And of course, what else? Even tinnitus, vertigo, it can help as well. Even tuberculosis, it helps as well. Alzheimer's disease, cholesterol reduction, even eczema, it helps as well. For those people for men who are having prostate issues, now we all know that as men age, their prostate become weaker. So the tendency of them waking up in the middle of the night to go to toilet a few times is quite common. Usually because they have to wake up in the middle of the night to go to toilet, it actually affects their sleep. And in long term, it actually affects their blood pressure as well. Now, can this IM laser helps in terms of prostate issue? It can help, okay? How do you do it? For prostate issue, my advice is that you use the normal treatment 3 times per day, at least 3 times per day. And you also do an additional target treatment on 3 fingers below your navel, which is the dantian area. do a target treatment with intensity 4 every day. Now, if you do that after doing it for about, I would say for about 3 weeks and above, you will realize that the frequency of you waking up at night to go to the toilet will start to reduce, or some even become zero. Some even become zero after using it. Even for those people, because of the treatment on the prostate issue, every morning whenever they wake up, they can sing the Garaku. Okay, that is why one of the key benefits of cold laser, it can help to resolve erectile dysfunction as well. Okay, and even Parkinson. Not only this IM laser is actually good for health, it is also very good for beauty as well, especially for those who are having very serious pigmentation or even wrinkles. It will help to resolve. How do you usually use it? Now, whenever you buy this IM laser, it comes with a facial cap. It is a round plastic in which you plug the nostril line into it to do the target treatment on your face. Okay, now if you want to do a target treatment on your face, you switch it on to intensity of 4. Okay, now my recommendation is that my advice is that if you want to get rid of your serious pigmentation, before you do the treatment, you wash your face first. Okay, and if you do put on cream on your face. Then after that, you switch it on to intensity of 4. You take the facial cap, you put it, do a target treatment on where the serious pigmentation is. How long do you need to do it? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes is all up to you. But if you do it regularly every day, after a certain period of time, you will realize that the serious pigmentation will start to fade away. Okay, even if you talk about wrinkles. Now, if you do have wrinkles, you can do a target treatment on your wrinkles. It will start to fade away as well. And even if you want your skin to have more elasticity, or you want to have a firm skin, what you can do is that after put on cream, you can do a lift up massage on your face. If you do it regularly every day, definitely your skin will become more firmer. That is why the IM laser not only good for health, but also for beauty as well. Cold laser was quite famous in terms, there's a lot of research done, it helps in beauty as well. Even if you don't do all this treatment, if you just wear it every day consistently 3 times per day, if your blood is clean, if your 8 major system is working well, automatically your skin will look beautiful as well. Okay, and of course, during this endemic time, can IM laser helps to fight against COVID or helps to protect us? Yes, it can. In actual fact, a lot of research has proven that by using the cold laser technology, it can help to boost up your immune system. Okay, the key thing to fight against the COVID is actually your immune system itself. Even by vaccination, it does not guarantee you that you will not get the virus. But of course, the vaccine can help to reduce the chances of death rate. But the key things actually to fight against the COVID-19 is actually your immune system. By using IM laser, definitely it will help to strengthen your immune system in many ways, such as the ATP energy. Because of the ATP energy, the immune cell becomes more active. And also ATP helps to restore your 8 major body system, inclusive of your immune system, your eliminative and antioxidant system, your hormonal system, which is very important in producing hormones which are the modulators of your immune response and things like that. That is why there are many ways this IM laser can help to strengthen your immune system. Even the reactive oxygen reactive ROS actually helps to do that, to boost up your immune system as well. The acupuncture itself also proven that it helps to boost up your immune system, basically by just increasing the number of immune cells in the body. Okay, and of course, nitric oxide also does that as well. Okay, so all these are actually proven that it helps to boost up your immune system. And of course, one of the key things that IM laser helps to fight against the COVID-19 is the anti-inflammatory action and the pro-inflammatory mediator. Now, under the normal circumstances, if it actually helps to reduce the anti-inflammatory effect, especially if your lungs are inflamed, your lungs are inflamed, okay? It helps to reduce the anti-inflammations inside your body. But of course, nitric oxide also play a very important role, other very important role as well, especially under the abnormal conditions called the cytokine storms. Now, a lot of the COVID-19 case, actually the death is due to the condition called cytokine storms. What is the cytokine storms? What is cytokine storms? Cytokines is actually one of the immune cell inside your body. Now, under an abnormal condition, when a foreign invader comes into your body, and your body won't be cannot recognize this foreign invader, and what happens is that this will actually create a panic situation. And what happens is that a lot of the cytokines will start to produce inside your body, and in terms the cytokines will actually get all other immunes to start to attack this foreign invader. Now, as a result of that, a lot of inflammation built up, and too much inflammation, when too much cytokines or inflammation are built up, it actually damages your organs such as lung. That is why a lot of the death is actually of COVID-19 previously is actually caused by this situation called cytokine storms. Now, under these abnormal conditions, the nitric oxide can also be a pro-inflammatory mediator, so that it can control the production of these cytokines, and so that it can help to induce inflammation due to overproduction of these cytokines. Okay, and of course, a lot of research has proven that the cold laser technology itself actually helps in this all those COVID-19 patients. This research is actually extract from a research that is done. Okay, there are two groups here. The first group here actually shows the X-ray of the lung of individuals. There are two groups here. The first group are BPMD, those people who are using photobiomodulation therapy. And the second group are those people who are not using the therapy. All of these subjects are actually COVID-19 patients. Now, if we talk about those, look at the number one, BPMD number one. Before using the therapy, okay, if you do an X-ray on the lung, you can see it is all quite blurred because of the inflammation. Okay, and after the treatment, you can see the X-ray, it is much more clearer. The same thing goes to the second and the third subject. Now, the second group, for those people who are not using the photobiomodulation therapy, now before that, they take a X-ray. The lung is quite clear, but after a certain period of time, they retake the X-ray of the lung, it becomes more blurred. It shows that the inflammation in the lung becomes more serious. That is why from this research, it shows that those people who are having photobiomodulation therapy, the patient tend to recover faster. And usually, if you do this therapy, there's no need for the patient to go into ICU or even mechanical ventilation. And even after 5 months of treatment, there's no long-term side effects. Now, however, for those people who are not using the photobiomodulation therapy, what happened is that 60% of all those subjects are admitted to ICU, and overall there are 40% death rate. Unfortunately, the subject that I show you in control 1 and control 3, these 2 persons actually pass away because of non-usage of photobiomodulation therapy. That is why all this research actually can be found inside the Google. If you just Google and say, how does low-level laser therapy helps in COVID-19? There's a lot of research has been done. And personally, there's a lot of testimony which shows that by using the IM laser itself, coupled with some of the product, it actually helps to boost up your immune system real strong. One of the classic example is actually my daughter. My daughter last year was tested positive last year, May, if I'm not mistaken. Recovered from it, and for the last 3 weeks, she has been a close contact of very close contact. Her cousins, and even stay overnight and sleep with her. All her cousins are tested positive, while for 2-3 times close contact, very close contact already, she's tested negative. Mainly because of my daughter is using IM laser every day, plus vertical as well. So these are the 2 products which will definitely, if you use it every day, that will boost up your immune system. That will really boost up your immune system. So I will encourage you all not only to use IM laser, but to take vertical as well. It helps significantly. Even I'm a close contact, I'm tested negative throughout the day, while the rest are tested positive. That's why it is a significant proof. This actually shows that, for those people who are taking using these 2 products, definitely their immune system are a lot stronger than others who are not using it. Okay, and of course, the strength of this IM laser is that it is very safe. Okay, it is very effective. We all know that it can deal with at least 80 types of health issue. And of course, for a lot of pain or even pain or inflammation issue, you can see if you do a target treatment, you can see the result as fast as 30 minutes. And of course, the most important thing is that it is safe. There is no side effects. It is very safe mainly due to 2 reasons, I can tell you. Number 1 is that the IM laser itself has go through a very stringent test in Germany to ensure the safety. That is why we have passed all the stringent tests, and that is why we are able to get all the certification for this product. And that is why this IM laser is actually categorized as a medical device in Europe. Second thing is that the scientists has proven that the laser light between 635 to 680 is very safe, and there is no side effects. Ours is 650 in the middle, so it is very safe. And for this, as I mentioned just now, for this IM laser, we actually obtained the Europe Standard Medical Device Class 3R. And of course, the technology itself, it is a US patented technology. And the whole device is actually assembled in China. Now, all the parts are from overseas, but the assembly of the whole product is actually done in China. And this particular factory that assembled this product actually has this certification called ISO 13485. which is the international recognized quality assurance for medical device. This particular ISO 13485 certification is actually certified by Europe, it's not by China itself. So rest assured that even though it is assembled in China, it is very safe and it is genuine one. It's not those which you just simply assemble it. Okay, and the most important thing is that this IM laser has actually go through a clinical trials. If any medical device without any clinical trials, you won't be able to certify as medical device. That is why the company have done everything we can to ensure the safety of this product. The only downside about this IM laser is that you cannot point it directly or shine it directly on your eyes. That is the only downside of it. And of course, these are the certification. Okay, this is the certificate for the product itself. It is actually tested, certified by Hamburg, Germany, a body in Hamburg, Germany called MaxCert in Europe. And of course, this is the ISO 13485 for the factory itself, Okay. And of course, this is from the Malaysian side. Okay, this is the certificate of conformity from the Malaysia, and this is the product certification. Now, if you go to MDA website, if you just type in IM laser, all the details will come out from the website itself. Okay, full details of the product itself. That is why just now I mentioned this is the only laser watch that is certified in Malaysia. And of course, it is very effective. Not only it is effective for health, it is also effective for fast in pain reduction as well. A lot of times, pain, you can see the pain reduction results in just 30 minutes of treatment. Of course, here I need to once again remind everyone, for those people who are having a much more serious health issue, I would advise all of you to be patient in using this IM laser. If you are having a much more serious issue or a complicated issue, don't expect the result within 1 week, 2 weeks. Some might need to wear for 6 months consistently, or even 1 year, 1 year plus, depends on how serious is your health issue. Okay, but what I can assure you here is if you use it consistently every day and make sure you drink sufficient water every day, definitely you will see the improvement. Definitely you will see the improvement. But you need to have a patience in using this product. You know, a lot of people thought that, you know, by just using one or 2 days, 1 week, everything becomes better. It doesn't work in this way. Your body will need times to repair the whole issue in your, if you do have any health issue, you need times to do repair and so on and so forth. And of course, for IM laser, the best thing is that the size of this device is actually as big as a watch. It is very convenient. You can use it anytime, any place, anywhere you like. And the most important thing is that with 1 unit of IM laser, everyone in your family can use it. Everyone can use it. Even your children can use it. That is why we always call this IM laser your 24 hours personal doctor. Okay? And this is just to show you the awards won by this device. Okay, this actually took place in 2019, somewhere around the April, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now what happened is that we actually went for this exhibition called New Invention Exhibition, which is held in Europe every year. And in 2019, it is actually held in Geneva, Switzerland. And of course, the purpose of this new invention convention is that for you to actually bring a bring your new design products to showcase this product in this convention so that it can gain recognition and so on and so forth. And in 2019, this is the first time IM Laser was through our supplier, the factory, the those factory that assemble this product. They represent us and took this product and participate in this Geneva new invention convention. Okay, if you want to participate in this convention, it is not easy. You have to prove to the organizer that this product is safe, is innovative, is effective. Okay, so this is the first time we took this product and went to this exhibition. And during this 2019 Geneva, Switzerland exhibition, there are more than 800 companies throughout or universities throughout the whole world that showcase their new design product here. IM Laser is actually one of them. And during this convention, we are very happy or fortunate to say that IM Laser, under the health category, we have won the silver awards for IM Laser. Now, this is actually the silver medal and this is the certification. Okay. And of course, what I'm trying to show, the reason why I'm trying to show this to you is not to show off how good the company is, but rather to ensure you that this product is a genuine product. It is very safe. It is of the highest quality. Therefore, you can use it without have to worry about anything. Okay. And of course, how to use IM Laser. My recommendation is very simple. For a healthy person, 2 to 3 times per day, each time intensity of 3 bars, 30 to 40 minutes treatment. Now, can you use more than 3 times? Of course you can, but make sure you drink a lot of water. Okay. And for 9 years old and below, my recommendation is that if they are healthy, you do not have to use IM Laser. But if they do have any issue, some issues such as asthma, eczema, or allergy, you can use 1 time per day, each time with an intensity of 1 bar, 10 to 20 minutes treatment. And for 9 years old and below, you don't wear it on the wrist and nose. You just do the target treatment on top of your navel, with one intensity of 1 bar, 10 to 20 minutes. And of course, for those people having serious health issue, I recommend them to start with 2 to 3 times per day. Each time intensity of 2 bars, 10 to 20 minutes first. Okay. After using it for 10 to 14 days without any problem, without a big healing crisis, you can increase the intensity to 3 bars. Now, the reason why I'm be more cautious is because usually for those who are having more complicated issue or more serious health issue, if they start with 2, 3 bars and 30 minutes, what will happen is that they might have a very serious healing crisis. That is why I recommend them to start with 2 bars intensity. Okay, after 10 to 14 days, then if there's no big issue, you can increase it to intensity of 3 bars. Usually those serious health issues will have some healing crisis, but it's quite perfectly normal. Once you have go through a healing crisis, usually recovery will start to take place. And of course, for target treatment, as I mentioned just now, mainly target treatment is for pain or beauty therapy or for acupuncture treatment, if you know acupuncture. Okay, and for better results, I always recommend people to drink a glass of warm water before and after the treatment. Okay, and always remember, do not use directly on your eyes. And there are a few types of people who I don't advise them to use, okay, to use this device. Number 1 is the cancer patient. cancer patients are not advised to use this product before or in the midst of treatment. Okay, if they want to use this product, can, but after the full 2 months after the full treatment, only then you can start using this product. Otherwise, it is not encouraged to use before or in the midst of treatment. Excuse me. For pregnant women, not encouraged to use at all. And also for septicemia. Septicemia is someone which the blood is actually inflated with viruses or bacteria. Okay, viruses or bacteria, not encouraged to use immediately. And for those people with pacemaker, not encouraged to use, but if they want to use, can, but have to be cautious a bit. Now, for pacemaker, if they want to use, for those people with pacemaker, if they want to use, I recommend them to start with 2 bars, 20 minutes first. And after using for a certain period of time, if they don't feel any discomfort or anything, they can increase to intensity of 3 bars, 30 minutes treatment. For internal bleeding, I don't encourage them to use immediately, but if they want to use 2 months after the situation, okay, even if you talk about just undergo an operation, a major operation, under a major operations, I don't encourage them to use immediately. If they want to use it 2 months after the operation, then you can use the product, no problem. And for target treatment, do not place on the following places. Number 1, on the cardio heart itself. Number 2, on the cancer or lumps. And number 3 is on the eyes. Okay, so remember this. These are the few things you need to take note for those people who are using IM laser. And of course, let me just summary what I've mentioned, just share with you today. IM laser is actually a 3-in-1 household medical device. It is actually an integration of Western cold laser technology plus the Eastern acupuncture treatment plus the magnetic therapy. And if you wear this device every day on the wrist, on the nose, and the nose, there are actually 3 key functions. Number 1, it helps to restore the production of ATP energy inside your body. Once there is sufficient ATP energy inside your body, all your cell will start to restore its own functions, inclusive of self-growth, cell repair, and cell absorption. Number 2, it helps to improve your circulation, help to cleanse your blood, and helps to reduce your blood viscosity. Number 3, it enhances the flow of your qi energy inside your body, clear your meridian path, and stimulate your acupuncture point through the Nei Guang acupuncture point. Okay. Okay, if these 3 things start to happen inside your body, if you do have any health issue, your own body will actually go through a self-healing process. And of course, according to research, if you can restore your 8 major body systems, you can deal with at least 80 types of health issue, inclusive of those high blood pressure, sugar level, or even stroke, or even cholesterol issues. And of course, for this IM laser, the uniqueness of this IM laser is that it is very effective. As long as you use it consistently every day, definitely you will see some improvement. Definitely you will see improvement. And of course, if you talk about the pain itself, a lot of the times after 30 minutes of treatment, you immediately can see the pain reduction results. Okay, And the second thing is that this IM laser is actually very safe. We have done everything we can and to ensure the safety of this product. And the most important thing is that the IM laser actually is certified as medical device as it goes through a very stringent test, and also clinical trials was done on this device. And number three itself, the size of this IM laser is actually very small. It's like a watch. You can use it anytime, any place, anywhere you like. And the most important thing is that for this device, your whole family can use it, especially for those people who are worrying about the pandemic now. IM laser will definitely help you to boost up your immune system and reduce your inflammation issue as well. That is why I would recommend all of you to use this product regularly. Okay, that is all I'm going to share with you today. So now, if you do have any questions now, you can ask the questions. Either you raise your hand, I will unmute you, or the other way is that you can put your question into the chat. I can answer you. Yeah. So now I open for Q&A. I hope that through this short presentation, I was able to enlighten you what IM laser can do, and what are the benefits of using this IM laser, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So do you have any Q&A? Okay, there is a question for depression and anxiety and insomnia. How do we use this device? Now, you use this device 3 times per day. Okay, once in the morning, 30 minutes, intensity of 30 minutes treatment, 3 times per day. Okay, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening. But remember, if you do have insomnia, try to avoid using it before you sleep or before you go to bed. Usually, the last time in a day you use it is 3 to 4 hours before your sleep. Okay, so it's still the same. Use 3 times per day. Okay, Mr. Tang. Okay. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't feel comfortable, you can always type your questions in the chat, and I will try my very best to answer you. Yeah. And Mr. Tan, just to let you know, for insomnia, usually most of the people, if they use it after a certain period of time, things get improved. Then things will improve. But after after a certain period of time again, the insomnia will come back again. It is quite normal. What you need to do is that if the insomnia comes back again, continue using it. You just have to persistent. Then if you use it consistently for a long period of time, it will help to resolve your insomnia issue. But it will still, after it will come back once a while, this type of issues. Okay, just to let you know, it is quite normal. Okay, any more questions? Okay, if there is no more questions, then I will finish off the training here. Once again, before I leave this, there's someone lifting up the hand. Wait, yes, Rama.
Just wondering, what about eye problem? You know, this eye has got this bleeding and all. What do you call that? As what is the word they use? Eye.
Glaucoma, is it?
Yeah, glaucoma and etc. Yeah, yeah.
Glaucoma, if it is not so serious at the initial stage, it will help. But if it's already inside the eyes, it's more serious, then by wearing IM laser, it might not help a lot on the glaucoma itself. You might need to go for operations.
I see. So when you say initial stage means help means you can we say hello?
Hello, yeah. If it is an initial stage, that means it is not so serious one.
Then
Then
you can.
this will help. But if it is more serious one, it's already inside there for a long time, then you might need to go for surgery lah. But definitely after the surgery, if you use IM laser, your eyesight will recover very fast.
So when you say initial stages can help, does it mean they can cure the initial stages? Can we?
Yeah, if it is not serious one, it will help the improvement lah. It will help to improve the
That means
situation.
the bleeding all will stop lah. Bleeding will stop, etc. Is it?
If
The bleeding.
is it bleeding?
I think the doctor said there is some some bleeding. That's why they say doctor said he must go. You must. No, I think what they say was pressure. Pressure is it? Eye pressure. There's eye
Eye
pressure.
pressure. Eye pressure. Is it because of diabetic?
No, not diabetic.
No, the nerves are the nerves. Oh no.
Nothing. He just didn't know. Suddenly, doctor said, you cannot. You went for cataract, and then doctor said, I think you got this pressure problem, so you got to wait lah. Pressure, actually, pressure
Oh,
problem.
oh, it's a
Due
pressure
to pressure.
problem lah.
That's what so does that is it do we have any kind of in our
Uh,
experience?
it's hard to say lah for the pressure in your eyes. It's depends on how serious it is. Because I do not really so far I've not come across this type of cases lah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really know whether this IM laser will help in your eyesight or not. I mean, help to cure the things.
Okay.
But I think if you use it, it might helps to improve the condition. But curing it is quite difficult lah.
Is there a kind of a write up or some kind of write up or some kind
Now
of
you even if you go to Google itself, you
cannot find
because the research was done on quite a general thing. It is not really a lot of specific issue like what you have mentioned. So it's sometimes hard to find that also.
Then yeah. The other question is sorry, I can't. Why suddenly I can't see you? Yeah, sorry, can't see you.
Yeah.
Just wondering
Yeah.
about this. Now you were saying about your mother. You had this type 2, is it? Type 2.
Yeah.
So she has now off medication, huh?
Yes.
I was always interested in the other. That means you're talking about. Is it also you've done some HbA1c also result? Is it HbA? What's fasting blood sugar? The other one is a glucosided hemoglobin called HbA1c. That is for 3 months once you test. Was
No,
that done?
I don't know what is exactly the test that was done by mom lah, but the doctor is the one that asked him to ask her to get off from the medication lah.
Okay, is there
So
any?
until now,
Sorry. Until 6 years, you said you don't have to use anymore. Huh? Just wondering.
yeah.
Just wondering whether if why I ask you this, because if it's been, I mean, normally it's related to your pancreas, right? So is there
Yeah.
such thing as a OGTT, oral glucose tolerance test, a test is done to see how the pancreas is working? So have we have any results where the pancreas, after doing the IM laser, the pancreas function has become better? No, that's by the OGTT lah, oral glucose tolerance test.
Yes.
Anybody
I
has
don't know
done
what
that?
test did she done, but definitely the doctor is the one that asked her to be off from the medication. I will be very honest with you. I don't know what test did she done or did she done any test, but the doctor is the one that asked her to stop.
Because I was wondering, because if I know this, then I can, a lot of people who got diabetic,
Mm-hmm.
ask them to, okay, test, go and see the test, go and check for this
Mm-hmm.
HbA1c and oral glucose test. If the results are better, then we can recommend even better. That's why.
Yeah. Understand. Yeah. Okay. Uh, cycling for 4 year plus treatment can help to withdraw from medication. Mr. Tang, sorry, I know you have mentioned some the names of some of the medicine. I couldn't get it. I don't know what medication is this for. Is it for insomnia or depression? Indeed, depression. Whether it will by using this IM laser, you are trying to ask by this IM laser, can this treatment IM laser helps to withdraw from the medication? Depends on the situation. We do have cases that for those depression, after using this device for a certain period of time, the doctor is the one that will actually tell them to reduce their medication. Even if you talk about there is a huge chances, because a lot of the times those people who are taking medication, their cell absorption is not very good. But after using the device itself, the cell absorption becomes better. It also helps to increase the efficacy of your medication. For this treatment, I won't say immediately you will see the impact, you will see the improvements as fast as for sugar problem lah, if you compare with sugar problem. But if you still consistently use it for a certain period of time, the doctor will definitely slowly helps you to reduce your medication lah. But if you talk about completely withdraw from the medication in a short period of time, I don't think this will happen lah. To be honest, I don't think this will happen. Whether you can withdraw from your medication, it is all up to how you use it every day. If you use it consistently every day, try to improve the quality of your life and improve your sleep more until if you go through a certain period of time, I believe it will slowly helps you to reduce your medication, but not immediately. Yeah.
Can I ask
Mr.
again?
Tang, can you understand?
Ask again. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more. Can I ask one more
Yes.
question?
Yeah.
I just wondering, hair, does it help in the hair loss and all that? Yeah.
Hair growth. Hair growth.
Hair growth, hair loss.
Depends on your situation, because if your hair, those people who are bald, if their holes are the holes on the hair, I mean for the hair is all completely blocked out, then your hair will be quite impossible to grow lah. But if it is not fully blocked out, you use this device, it actually helps to grow new hair on your head as well. Even for elderly people, if their eyebrows already, the hair already dropped, it also helps to grow a new one. If you use it.
Are you talking about a target treatment for the hair? Is it that?
No. You use it normally just on your wrist or nose. If you want to do a target treatment, also can. But the most important thing is still talking about your 8 major body system. Yeah.
So if you just use on a hand only, sorry.
And nose together.
So sometimes you don't, because you go out, sometimes you just put on a hand and then use it as one. You don't have that. It's now you're saying that that don't have the advantage of going to the brain, is it? The light and all that.
Sorry, repeat it again, Rama. Whoa.
Sorry. No, if you let's say
Repeat.
sometimes when you're going out, you find that you have to you cannot put in the nose and go out, so you just use your hand on the thing for
Yes,
40
but
minutes. So what
yes, but
effect?
at least you need to use one time per day on your nose lah. At least one time when you are at home lah.
Okay.
Because that is for the central nerve systems and protection
Okay.
of your brain and all these things.
Okay. So the only hand, what is the hand alone? What is that? What is the effect? What is the few things you get, benefits you get? Only
No,
hand.
you still will get you still will get all those circulation, all the ATP energy. You still will have the light energy goes to your brain and enhance your central nerve system. But if you don't use the nose one, the result will be a lot slower than you use a nostril line on your nose, because the light is actually directly penetrated into your brain, into your central nerve systems. That is why for those Alzheimer disease or even what you call that Parkinson, definitely you want to see the result, you need to put on the nose. Otherwise, it is very, very slow. But of course, if you wear it on your wrist, the most important thing is still the circulation and everything lah. Enhancing of your central nerve system, enhance the function of your brain cell will be slower lor, as compared to you put it on your nose lor.
Then why left nose and then right nose?
In actual fact, just balance off, that's all lah. Just to balance off. Even if you just use it on the one side, it is still doing the same thing of enhancing your brain cell and even your central nerve system is still okay one. But just try to both side is better.
Then when you want to use this one, what is the interval between the next cycle?
Usually I will recommend about 4 to 5 hours in between because every 30 minutes of treatment that you use, the production of ATP energy or circulation can last inside your body for about 5 to 6 hours or even 7 hours, depends on individual. So the best interval time between is about 4 to 5 hours in between each time you use.
If you use it very often, let's say going out, use when finish already, use again. There'll be more ATP, is it? No?
A lot of people, yes, of course there will be a lot of ATP energy produced, but the problem is your body can only take so much ATP, can produce so much ATP energy every day. It's just like you can only eat 2 bowls of rice. I give you 5 bowls of rice, you also can only eat 2 bowls of rice. So 3 bowls of rice will be wasted lor.
I see.
You understand? Because your body, a lot of people misunderstood that the more I use, the longer I use, I get recover faster. But your body doesn't work in this way. Yeah.
So if you use 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you recommend 30 or 40
Depends on yourself. It's okay one if you use 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
40 more, better. Is it better? You get more? No, not like that. 30 is the optimum, right?
No, 30 is the recommended, but if you want to use 40, it also can. Sometimes I also use 40. If you need more lah, especially for those who are having health issue lah, then you can use slightly longer lah.
Then your water, you're saying before and after must drink one glass of water.
Yeah.
What would be your recommended minimum amount of water must take per day? Yeah.
My recommended, the international is actually 2 liters per day, but I will say depends on individual, depends on whether you sweat a lot, whether you are sleeping in an aircon, or even if you intake a lot of those salt. If you are this type of people, usually I would recommend at least 3 liters per day pure water.
Oh, okay.
Depends on individual lah, because depends on your lifestyle. Because I believe if you are a person who like those strong taste of food, a lot of ajinomoto and salt, then of course you will need more water to flush out toxic inside your body, ma.
Okay.
Am I right? 2 liters is not enough, and especially those who do a lot of exercise, sweat a lot, you will need more than 2 liters one usually.
Thank you.
And
Thank
even
you
you sleep inside the aircon every day, you also need more water. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, can
Thank
Okay.
you.
Once again, thank you very much for all of you for listening to my talk, and I'll finish off my talk here. I hope that for those people, once again, just a reminder to all of you, if you have bought this device, please use it every day. Okay, if you consistently use it every day, definitely you will see the results, you will see the improvement. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much. Good night, and during this period, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.